What's up, guys? My name is Dalton. And I want to be talking to you guys about the Bible, right? And we're going to be going into Numbers. And our story starts off in when the Lord told Moses to go send his men into the city of Canaan, right? Canaan was the promised land to the Israelites. When God promised the land to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob many, many years ago, this translates over to when Moses was sending his men into Canaan, right? So Moses sent his men into Canaan as God told him to, and the men were almost like spies. They were like scoping out the land, trying to find a place to go stay, right? And they were scoping out to see if it was good with crops, it was good with, had good land for soil, it had good like architect, like all the good stuff. Seeing if it was ready for us to come in, or for the Israelites to go. And they spent 40 days. They spent 40 days in Canaan, and as they came back, they brought back pomegranates, grapes, and figs. And they came back and they said, the land is rich with honey and milk. Right? Meaning that we can plant crops in here, we can do everything. This place is great. But the only catch is that there were huge giants that were guarding the land, and they were really good at defending the land, which means that there was almost no way that they were going to be able to get into that land without having to run into those guys, right? And Caleb, a man in the story, Caleb said, let's go there anyways. God promised us this land, and I know that God's not going to bring us back, is going to make it happen. I know that God's going to make it happen. So let's go do this. But everyone else was like, there's no way. The giants are defending the land. How are we going to be able to get into that land if literal giants are defending? There's no way we're going to be able to get there. We're like grasshoppers among them, right? But what are they doing now? God promised them, the Israelites, this land, but they're saying there's no way we're going to be able to get it. Right? There's no way we're going to be able to get this land. What are they doing? They're doubting God. They're doubting that God made this promise and he's going to fulfill this promise. Right? And God, in spite of this, he said, how long will these people doubt me after all I have done for them? None of these people who doubt me will ever see the land I promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, except for Caleb and Joshua. Everyone else will die in the wilderness. Their children will enjoy the land, but they will not enter it. Right? So the people who doubted God and didn't say that we were going to be able to get the land, they got sent out to the wilderness to eventually die. Right? Their children that came from them, they're going to be able to go to the land. Caleb and Joshua, who believed that God would make that promise, will be able to go to the land, go to the promised land that God promised the Israelites. But the people who doubted them won't. Right? It tells us in Matthew that Jesus said to them, truly I say to you, and if you have faith and do not doubt, you'll be able to do what has been done to the fig tree. But even if I say to the mountain, be taken up and thrown into the sea, it will happen. See, if we put our faith into God and do not doubt like the people did, we will be able to take mountains. We will be able to take mountains and throw them into the sea, just like Caleb and Joshua did. They were able to go to the promised land even if they were huge giants in there. Right? And this is why we should never doubt God. God's always going to make his promises real. If God promises anything in prayer in our life, in anything, he's going to make it happen. We always have to have faith in that. And it's happened here in this world. I've prayed for things and things have happened. They may not happen when you want it to, but they're going to happen at some point. Our timing is not God's timing. So it's not going to happen when you want it to happen. It's going to happen when God wants it to happen. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye-bye.